Bitch, are you jealous?
Oh shit, here we go again.
Bitch, are you jealous?
Oh shit, here we go again.
Oh,
I ain't brought it back.
Yo, welcome to Tight Beat. Yeah, we are slightly late getting started. We had some issues on the technical side, but no issues on the determination side because we are here. You know what I mean? So yeah, welcome to another episode of Tight Beat. Tight Beat is a producer podcast here at Outer Space, which is an unapologetic studio. Yeah, we talk about all kinds of producer-related things regarding the music industry, really whatever we want to talk about. We are missing I Make Mad Beats, who is normally our host. So today, I am your host. My name is Kid Maestro. And today, the rest of the cast, their names are...
What up, LJ1S?
C major.
Okay, yeah. All right. So normally this would be what I do,
Oh. Hey.
but now it's going to be what you do,
Hey.
since you're sitting in my seat.
This ain't your seat, nigga.
It is my seat.
There ain't no
It
seats.
is my seat,
Ain't
nigga.
no seats owned
Nigga.
by nothing. Nobody. This seat has feelings and a personality, and it is not for ownership, bro. What are you doing, bro? Colonizing
Unless
ass
it's
nigga.
consensual. And we consented already.
Yeah. But yeah, the rules to Tight Beat, bro. We be talking, we be saying shit, we be having opinions. But the most important opinion in the room, in the virtual room, is you guys' opinion. So if you're live with us, I'm not sure what we're live on right now,
We
to
are
be
live
honest.
on YouTube.
Hey.
And we are live on Twitch.
Hey.
And we are live on Earth.
Yeah. Okay. So any of those 3 platforms that y'all on, you know what I'm saying? Get your Twitter fingers, your Twitch, your Earth fingers, whatever y'all get, and hit us up in the chat and chime in. We want to hear what you guys have to say on these topics. We will stop our conversation to read and hear and listen to what you have to say and maybe discuss, maybe say hell no.
We're gonna at least acknowledge them, Jones.
Yeah.
And most likely really deeply engage, unless it's just like a really dumb kind of thing. And then we probably won't go too far deep into that. You know what I'm saying?
Bro, did they used to tell y'all ain't no dumb questions in high school?
They said there's no stupid questions.
Yeah.
There are definitely dumb questions though.
What's the difference between stupid and dumb?
Man.
Okay.
You don't know? He was probably,
No.
he was probably asking them just.
I won't ask no questions because I know there is a dumb question. And I know I'm probably, I know it's probably my question, so I'm just going to shut the fuck up.
Nah, man, there's no dumb questions. There's only ignorant questions. You know, maybe not well thought out questions, but honestly, I don't really care because it's all about curiosity. You could just not engage. You could, bro. That's one of the things. Side note that when it comes to communication, bro, this is one of the things I hate. Now, I don't mind people not understanding like my point of view or my perspective, right? Like I get that, you know what I'm saying? Like I understand, like I can't get with that. That I can't make that make sense. But one thing I hate is when you talk. You know, when you talking to somebody and they literally don't understand what you say, like they don't comprehend what you're saying, and
Like
then
right
they
now.
just be like, okay, and they just let the conversation just go. Bruh, I hate that because I could have just not said nothing. Like I'm cool with not having a conversation with you, you know what I'm saying? But like when you just talking to somebody and they just pretend to understand what you're saying,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? Like that is just. I was like, bruh, if you didn't get it, you could have. You don't have to sit there confused. You know what I mean? I don't do that with people.
I do this
I
shit.
feel like
I do that.
that's disrespectful. Like you just tried to explain something that was going on with your grandma.
Yeah, now it depends. It's varying
And I just
levels.
and I didn't get it. I
It's
was like,
varying levels, but I be seeing niggas excited about shit that I genuinely have no idea about, nor do I want to have an idea about, and I will just let you be excited
Well,
about
if
some
you-
shit.
see,
and
Yep.
See, I feel like
For sure.
if you just don't want to talk about something with somebody, you know what I mean? Like that's a whole thing. But I feel like I don't know. Like you could just be like, I don't really want to talk about this.
But
You know
that's what I'm saying. Like,
you
it's-
just because you're still in the conversation.
yeah,
You're wasting
well,
time.
I would rather I don't, and unless it's something but if a nigga genuinely excited about some shit, and I just don't. I don't have capacity to know about everything, and I don't have to, and so I can be excited with you about some shit and not know what the
Not
fuck
know
you
what
talking
the fuck
about, and I'm gonna be like, okay, bro, I fuck with
Yeah.
it.
Oh, that's what's up. Yeah.
See, that's just.
And I'm
mad-
excited,
That's
and
just not insincere. Oh, that's what's up. Yeah. Like,
Well, it's sincere in the fact that I am excited
Excited
that
for
you're
you.
excited
Yeah,
about
I
some
don't know
shit.
but that's different. Like if I said, yo, man, I just got all right. For example, if I went to somebody and was like, yo, I just got a sink placement. You know what I'm saying? We gonna you know what I mean? If I was just like, if I just got a sink placement, right? And I was happy about that.
Right.
And somebody did not understand what a sink placement was and was just like, I would be like, well, I could have explained like what that meant. You know what I'm saying? Like it's not, I don't need you to understand the music industry, but yo, I just got a sink. And then somebody's like, yeah, let's go. That feels very insincere.
Bruh.
They don't know what to say.
You know
Like,
I'm
what
saying?
you
That feels
mean,
very
bro?
insincere.
Niggas busy, niggas brain limited. You know what I'm saying?
Bro. Like that's what I'm saying.
And
like,
so just be if you. I'd rather you do that than be like, I don't care, I don't want to know about it. Like, just
bro,
be hype.
I would.
That's cool.
I would rather. I would rather just go talk to somebody that, you know, wants to understand why I'm excited.
Why
You
you
know what I mean?
excited.
Yeah.
Because the excitement is not just that I got something; it's in the implication of it. You know what I mean? That comes with like, because if I'm sharing, I'm excited about it. There's some context of why I would
Why
be
you're
excited
excited.
about this. Because I'm a musician, and this is advancement in my career. You know what I mean? Like so, like there's, you know what I mean? Like there's like that to it. You know what I mean?
Does that excitement change depending on like the type of sink it is?
I think that's also a very important reason why it's important to understand. Because if you don't know what a sink is, right? And the sync I just got is a Diddy joint, you might not actually would have been excited. You might have been like, oh, actually, bro, I think we need to reconsider that. You know what I mean? But you were just pretending to be hype because you was busy.
So it's a no
Like,
Diddy.
damn, bro.
You ain't fucking with a Diddy sync.
Depends on what kind of Diddy sync. You know what I mean? I really don't want Diddy to sync in anything.
Man.
I'm
Please.
just saying, he gonna get out. He definitely gonna drop a dot.
And so if you don't know what a sync is, and I just said that, like you got all kinds of things going on in your head. So, you know what I mean? Now you don't know what a sync is, and I'm be like, yo, I just got to sync. And you think it's about sinking into something. Sinking down. You know what I mean?
I don't even like the way you said that.
Exactly.
Sink it down.
That's why you need some clarification. It's like, oh, bro, this is amazing. What does that mean? What does this mean for you?
Niggas just be like, hell yeah, and that's it, nigga.
Just keep it pushing. Oh, that's what's up, bro.
So,
That'll suffice for me.
That's so insincere, you know what I mean?
Damn. So yeah, back to the sync. Since we, all right, man. Topics of the day.
Yeah, we forgot.
We
that.
just started jumping into it. All right, so yeah, I guess we're trying to figure out is it still no Diddy? If you were to get a
It's still no Diddy.
Yeah, man, it's
if you were to
forever
get
no D.
As opposed to
a placement, if you were to get a sync, but it's for a Diddy documentary, like his own personal documentary, like
so Diddy
what
is
are
making
you
a
saying?
documentary about his life.
yeah, are you
He telling his side of the story.
Yeah.
And we get a placement.
are
for
you
it.
signing off on that joint?
And you sign and you get a sync placement.
Hmm.
He's like he hears like slide, and he wants to use it for the baby.
Man. Slide in the Diddy documentary is no good. There is no way that's a
Turn
good
it down?
movie. There is no way
Yeah, I
that's a
think
good
I would.
movie.
I
Turn
mean,
that down?
you know, really, I
I
think
just
I would
wanna
turn it
slide.
down. Really, I truly believe I would turn it down.
I mean, well, we talking life changing.
That's what I'm saying. I just would have to consider like the life changing situation, but I just don't really like. I haven't had like an experience where I've been willing to just like trade like a long term like character or
Right,
something
right.
I feel like I would
Yeah.
be embarrassed about. I haven't been anytime I've been in that situation, I just haven't been able to bring myself to it.
Yeah.
And so, I've also not been offered millions of dollars for anything. So, that is a consideration. So, but I just really don't think I would because I just feel like that would be too difficult to like explain. It would be too difficult to like justify.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I don't know if I would
Yeah.
want to live life that way.
It's two sides to the life changing. Like, there's a bag to it, but also there's a branding. And ultimately, to me, this situation would be easier. What's the reality is they're not always this easy to decipher. But this one would be easy because no matter how much of a bag I get, what I want to do will be affected. Music is ultimately going to be affected. That's especially if it's a song, if it's a you and Pro song, that's bad for both of y'all's careers,
Right.
and will affect further. You know what I mean? That's like to me that's an easy decision to make because I want to do this for the rest of my life.
Yeah, this might be the last big check.
Exactly.
Well, now, I think there's some nuance to that because it might not actually be that.
Right.
We've seen so many people come back from being quote unquote canceled or whatever.
Right.
Like,
Yeah.
so you might end up losing some
No.
joints, but maybe not ultimately.
shit,
I think
you might lose
Diddy.
more
I
if
think
you-
Diddy is in particular is one because he actually went to jail for it.
Yeah.
I feel like that's a different level.
Yeah,
of
we have-
canceled.
We have footage from it, and in the context of it, depending, if this was a real thing,
Yeah.
that marked with the moment in this in this
Yeah,
thing,
yeah,
it's
I don't-
just not a good move, and it's just an integrity move. Like let alone, businesses wanting to work with you from now on. Like your art as a whole is going to be questioned, and that's more important than whether Google wants to work with me next week. Like I want niggas to see me and know I stand for something. Like I may talk about some wild shit. People that
And if you do it, then that would be cool if you can justify it. Like if you like have a true, valid judge. You know what I'm saying? Like you could, like you said, stand for something. Like you could stand on that side and be like, nah, this is like
this is what I want. Yeah.
you know what I mean? But I feel like if you would not want to be associated with that judge, is like, Matt said, what's up, Matt? Said get closer to the mic, Diddy. You know what I mean? That's what you know what I'm saying? That's the type of time you on, I guess. I mean, fine.
Playboy.
Crazy.
Get up on the mic,
Yeah,
Playboy.
actually, let me
Take
turn
that.
this joint up a little bit too. All right, cool. Is that better?
You peeking there. Pause.
Bro.
Yeah. Bet.
So
But
no Diddy placements. No
no,
Diddy
I don't think
sets.
Diddy. I think what would be way more difficult, and I feel like way more split, if it was like Kanye jut.
Yeah. Yeah.
Would y'all do a Kanye jut?
Man.
I would.
I can't say that I wouldn't work with him still. And so
Yeah.
that would fall into that category as well. And so
Yeah, I would definitely do. If he came out with the next Genius jut,
yeah.
I would definitely agree on the sync. But I would much rather be able to like compose something like
Yeah.
fresh. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Like work
Nigga
with
jump.
him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I don't know. There's some people that I just be feeling like the people they be talking to just don't be saying like. I feel like sometimes, I feel like everybody's felt this way, but I just be feeling like, man, based off what you saying, of what like Kanye be saying sometimes, I feel like there's just like, I don't know. Sometimes I just be feeling like somebody can just say like the right thing in the right way. You know what I'm saying? With the right amount of like empathy that could just like be a better conversation. You know what I mean?
You talking about weed, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. But, you know what I'm saying? Ye is a
Yeah.
cannonball. So
Yeah, I'm
you
not.
never know.
I'm not sure.
Yeah, you never
I'm
know.
not sure.
It just be seeming people who are
They say
very
they didn't try
vocal,
to, yeah.
pretty vocal about him, just be seeming like like once you respond, you create two arguments instead of staying on the argument. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't know if there's. I don't know if having any type of conversation. You talking about like changing his perspectives on things, or what's the goal you're trying to get at of talking?
Yeah, I think like having a respectful conversation that expands upon that, like is challenging but not argumentative.
Yeah.
On some ideas, if that makes sense.
To sway his mindset, or you just want to have it
To present a junk that doesn't end up in like enemy. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because I mean, I don't know if you can like talk to anybody and just be like, yo, I'm here to sway you. I don't know if I even believe in that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I do sometimes feel like people come to him like, you know.
Yeah.
And that's like not the root of I feel like that automatically makes you build up a wall instead of considering something else. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I still wouldn't do the Diddy job.
No Diddy, but yes to a Kanye.
I might do I think I would do the Kanye job. But I think what would be more important would be the scene. I feel like of all the sync jumps we've done, I don't know if like, have y'all ever
Nope.
like had any negotiation of like what is actually happening in the
Niggas
scene?
don't even be knowing
Man, facts. It be
until it come out.
like, oh, I just heard your song. I'm like, damn.
Like where it is, where.
Yeah, I don't know if that's like a practice or something that gets unlocked, but I feel like I've heard that.
I
It
feel like that
definitely is.
depending on the level you are, because I couldn't imagine like even Kanye getting a sync and not knowing where,
Or somebody in his team.
Yeah.
not knowing exactly where it's going to be placed at, what it's involved in. Because I feel like you were saying, that goes with your brand as well. Because
Yeah, bro.
the average person, they're not thinking about that. They're not,
Yeah, it's like, okay, yeah, I would do this scene, but not the,
you know?
you know what I'm saying, the whatever scene. I don't know. It just depends. I don't know. There's some messaging, you know, you just be like, yeah, and actually, I think, you know what I'm saying, Epstein was right. And then
I just want to slide.
it's like,
Okay.
like, well, I wasn't trying to be associated with that. I get that's your opinion, but why did this have to be this? Why did this have to be the score for that part? Like,
Right,
what
that's real.
what made you think of that? You know what I mean?
Damn.
So
Damn. Need to know the terms.
Yeah.
yeah, I feel like that's something that would be unlocked, but you know, for now, I don't know.
Just blindly,
We just
blindly
yeah,
fucking
almost.
with it.
We gotta watch
Let's
the
do
whole
it.
show before a nigga know where he was placed at.
Once again, we are live on YouTube. We are live on Twitch. So yeah, join the conversation
Yeah.
if you will.
Yeah. I'm in a zone, which I don't even know if I can. I haven't been told I can't speak publicly on it, but I won't. But I'm working. I'm working on a joint that I don't necessarily like. This is one of the ones that this is the joint that I'm in now is like how I feel they typically appear. It's like a gray area. Like I just don't feel comfortable with the company or the way we're messaging what we're doing. But it's not harmful.
Yeah.
It's, just in my mind, in the way I see it. And it's just funny. It's too funny to me. It's like too comical to me the way we're approaching it. And that like makes me feel weird in a way, but it's not. I can't. The person I'm working on with it, this won't hurt him at all. It'll be great. It'd be great for both of us, financially and probably branding wise as well. But it's just one of those areas where I just don't. It's a food company, and I don't eat that way anymore. But I don't have nothing against it. It's
It's just
so,
not like an accurate representation
Yeah.
of you. Yeah,
So-
I feel like that's the thing with art and business, like mixing in like this way is like the stuff you make be reflections of you in such a deep way. It don't be just like a spreadsheet you made. or
Yeah,
something like
yeah.
that. You know what I mean? It'd be like, yo, this is a part of me. You know what I'm saying? Like my real creation.
Right, because you're gonna have like the average listener or consumer, or whatever. They're gonna see that and automatically like you support this,
Yeah.
Yeah.
and you have no clue. Like, that's,
I mean,
that's what it
but
was.
I mean, I don't use like Android or nothing. You know what I mean? That's not a part of my lifestyle authentically. I don't really have a problem with it. But I don't think I would buy a Galaxy, at least right now. But if I got a Galaxy,
Samsung Galaxy, hey, we running it.
yeah, let's go.
But
I mean,
you with Samsung, you get that's a really good story. You could really and brand ambassador that shit because you was Samsung nigga for a
I
little minute.
was, and we see what it is now. You know what I mean?
My boy had the wallet phone.
So yeah, I don't know. That's just like a weird jump where it's like attachment, right?
Yeah.
Can you work without attachment, and like how far can that go?
Yeah.
Right. And that's actually a good point to like your original jump, LJ, which is that like, is your decision to not be on the Diddy documentary jump purely business?
Yeah,
You know what I mean? Like purely business, or is there like an emotional jump
Yeah.
in the consideration of it? Like I don't rock with Diddy, so I'm not doing this.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? And then like the line between making
yeah,
that
that is,
decision.
'cause that's tough. I feel like it is difficult to, especially like those type of situations. Something like we talking about Diddy. If we all know what's been going on, what's been said or whatever, but it's like for your brand. Again, everyone's going to see that and automatically assume you associate, you agree with this, and now you got a whole petition out against you and all this other shit. Like, if it's strictly business, does that bother you though? Like,
Right.
do you think about it that way? Do you? Because I feel like as a producer, like, I know for me it's hard to detach the emotion side from the music.
Yeah.
Me personally. So I don't know. I don't know if it's ever just business.
I think I know for us, that's kind of a part of the ethos, which is like character over everything.
Yep.
but I don't know how. I don't know if that necessarily goes as far as like depth over everything. You know what I'm saying? Because it's Gillette. What is the depth of intention behind Gillette? It's a product. You know what I'm saying? It's a commercial.
Right. So let's
You know what I'm saying? It's and in that case, it's just business. You know what I mean? It's like this is we're just working.
Right. Well, let's say you wake up and you find out that your song is on a Diddy documentary or whatever. Like, how far are you going to be like, nah, bro, I ain't.
I would definitely make a statement immediately. I did not sign off on this.
That would be. All right, never mind.
They hit you up like, hey, we got
that's the ideal situation.
I was just gonna say that's best. That's the best scenario because now you can sue if you didn't know. You know what I mean? Like how did this go about? Like
you can sue. You could sue, but then you could also do like when people sample your junk and you let it run up a bag.
Yeah. Get you a bag. Like that's what I'm saying. That's really best case scenario, bro. Like I had no idea niggas was doing this
and
shit.
they be like.
But let me still get.
That's what I'm saying though. Like they hit you up like, hey, pull up. We got a check for you. We land you a placement in this doc, and you get there, you get the check. You see them numbers, and you realize like, hold up. Man,
C Major, you was saying something. I think we was all saying, but you specifically pointed out something regarding this. Like if the Diddy junk come out and it's like let's say a slide, which is me and Pro. You were saying that's gonna affect what we can do moving forward, right?
Yeah.
In that same way, though, like in this scenario, or in just like the denial of it, like, being against something like that, being contrarian to the production of this thing, could also affect the opportunities you have. You know what I'm saying? I absolutely be blackballed out of opportunities.
What type of power does Diddy hold? Still, you know what I mean? Yeah, but that's what I mean. Like, stand on. Like that's cool. If that's, I don't want to be on that side. No way. Like whoever you have influence over to do that. Bet, nigga, please keep them niggas away from me. Don't work with me. You know what I mean? Like I'm good.
And that's what I'm saying. Like I think the premise, I think the major premise is like whatever side you stand on, you always lose, right? But you always win too. I mean, just your perspective of it, but you always gonna lose. And I feel like the main like underbelly of this topic is: are you willing to lose whatever you would gain to not be associated with that? And I think in life, when we be presented with those types of options, we be so focused on the loss altogether and not realizing that there's always costs, you know what I'm saying, to being on one side. And because of that, like you can really just focus on what do you gain more, you know what I'm saying? Like instead of thinking about loss, because loss is coming anyway, like what's the gain, you know what I mean? What's the potential gain? How do you leverage being asked in the first place, you know what I mean?
But
you could have a whole campaign
just
being like on just being like, yo, I turned this down.
Not go by my album.
Right.
You gotta show them
now make up for what I lost.
Niggas don't give a fuck about that shit.
Cause you gonna everybody, boy, you stupid. How much?
Please give me some more.
What you just said reminded me too of the other side of this question. All right, what if it's not a song? What if it's just an instrumental that can very possibly not be traced back to you? Are you still doing
like if you can actually have anonymity
and what is the word?
Anonymity.
No, that's not the word.
You talk about anonymous, but I think it's anonymity.
No, it's not anonymity, bruh. Hold on, bro. Let's go to
chat. What's the word?
Chat. What is the word? You might be right. Anonymity. That's what you were saying. Yeah, okay. Say this. All right. Don't clip this. Nah, clip this shit.
So what you doing if
yeah, but if you
can remain
if you can
anonymous.
have that, yeah, you still not doing it. Which, all right, yeah, you go. I'll let you.
Man,
I mean, what
I
you
feel,
doing?
man, I think honestly, I feel like if this had been, maybe like 15 years ago, even then, I don't know. I'm just questioning how anonymous can you actually remain. The credit's gonna roll, bro. I feel like you really gotta like go all the way. I was like, okay, this is a different name, like on some like secret artist type vibes.
Yeah.
Damn. So you ain't gonna own the placement? You ain't gonna share that shit?
I mean, I wouldn't. And not if I thought it was gonna be damaging branding wise. And so then at that case, it's just like, all right, what am I willing to do for the bag? I actually did have this thought one time. Like, during the pandemic, I got really into like funnels and just like researching them through the online selling beats online kind of situation. So I even like I attended some seminars just to see like, okay, how are people doing this? What's the like structure? Like, so I, joined some like seminars and just like really looked into it. But I think just overall, I just have I'm against like the selling beats for $20 thing, or leasing beats for $20 type of thing, just that whole ecosystem. Yeah. And that's just not the type of brand I wanted. That's not like the type of producers I saw myself in line with. That's just not how they, did business, at least that I could see. But I was getting enticed with like, yo, people are just becoming hundreds of thousandaires, you know what I'm saying? Like reselling, being a Walmart of beats. And, I definitely was like, man, maybe I'm like thinking about this all wrong. And so, as I was doing research to, try to figure out how much of it, like, make an informed decision on what I would experiment with. One thing I was hard on, no Diddy, was that I was not going to use Kid Maestro. Like, if I was going to do this, it would have to be a different brand altogether. It was not going to be me. I was still going to be doing Kid Maestro over here. And when I came to that conclusion, it just felt like there's no way I can stand behind this. If I wouldn't put my name on it, I just shouldn't be doing it. I just need to go hard I just need to stay on this side and make it work. I just need to stay hard on this side. Yeah. You know what I mean?
I don't feel that, but I maybe can see what you're saying.
I feel, especially with the whole leasing thing, I was not a fan of that process. I think there was one time I seen a dude. He said that man was selling like a pack of 100 beats for like $10 on some leasing shit. I was like, bro, ain't no fucking way, bro.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah, and I think the trick is like if you can get in front of enough people, they can all just keep buying the same beat, and so it's just like racking up. You make the beat once and you sell it a bunch of times.
I mean, it's a business model. People do it. People do it with verses.
Damn, maybe that is
I've heard it.
Yeah,
I've heard people selling legit their verses.
I heard a Bodie James story, or maybe it was Freddie Gibbs or somebody that they like a bunch of people had like the same verse from him or something like that.
That's whack.
Yeah, I mean, there's no difference though.
Yeah, that's super whack. But
I feel like it's a slight difference.
I mean, what's the difference?
It's technically no difference, but in terms of impact, just because hip hop, the vocal is like the most important joint. I don't know. That's kind of crazy.
Is it?
I mean, hip hop is. I mean, the vocal is the most important.
It just feels more crazy.
I don't know, cause I mean, the same beat. It's all about what you do with the beat. And the same thing with if you got a verse with someone, it's all about what you do with the verse, how you arrange it, how you like it's the same thing.
It's got the same inflections. I don't know.
I mean, so does the beat. The same beat.
But like, I think I can. Because, like, if we're talking about rap, like, the thing most, like we've heard remixes and it feel different. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They'd be like, oh, this Buy
That's what I'm saying.
Drink,
Think of a mashup. It's
remix. You know what I'm saying?
If you got the same vocal, but it's on a different beat, you made it slowed it down a little bit, time stretch or whatever, like.
Man, I guess so. Man, got a splice verse. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I think what's the craziest part of it is that it's so the field is so like why is so much music out there that these things be happening and like you just don't be like nigga done had it might somebody or some rapper out there might get the same verse on 20 songs and we haven't heard not one of the 20
That's
and
what I'm saying.
and that's
There's so much music out here now.
that's a
Like,
joint. The repeat beat joint, the leasing formula and beats, that shit just never made sense to me. But when Bangladesh did that shit with a diva, a Millie, and then he had like one more, and they really he had a bunch of different junts
yeah.
like that was one, and then he did some more like another bit. Lil Jon did like a
Lil Jon
very
stayed
similar
it, bro.
thing, and I do fuck with that for some wild reason.
Yes.
That shit is just crazy.
Yeah, like a
Change that
formula.
one
Yeah.
element.
A formula. I feel it, but it's still a new jump.
It's a new creation for
Yeah.
sure.
I think yeah. I just seen the message. We still here, but
It's heated overheated.
yeah, I think we just you know what I'm saying? We still here, but the camera went kaput.
Ain't never heard. We bringing out the words now since that's how we get left.
I'm gonna try to work on that. Yeah, that's one of the things we was having. Not this specific issue, but we've been having issues with the camera today. But while I'm working that, we could, you know, the ears. What's the next topic?
Man,
This is a real podcast.
nah,
We live, you know what I mean?
we live.
Sit back, relax. I'm gonna do some ASMR. I'm drinking a LaCroix right now.
Now the other topic we were talking about the idea. If you're a producer, are you considered a musician?
Yeah.
Um,
What's the premise behind it?
I mean, because I mean, we all know what, like you said, a musician, someone that plays an instrument. But I'm looking at it now, like, especially like the way you play the MPC, I would definitely consider the MPC an instrument. But it's like I said, it's the way you play it. So I don't know. Does that determine that you are a musician? I mean,
Yeah.
we know what you do.
Yeah.
But like overall, if you're a producer, are you a musician?
Yeah. The way I see this is it's not. These are three. That's not a question to me per se. Like these are three different things. There is a producer, there's a beat maker, and then there is a musician.
Yeah.
And all of those things can be one person can be all three of those things, or you can be one, two. Like it's a bag that you have, like, and that's the I don't know if that's a question, but that's the statement to me. Like you being a producer doesn't make you a musician though. Like you being a producer doesn't make you a beat maker the same way it doesn't make you a mixing engineer. Like you know how to produce. You can produce a record. You may not know how to touch a beat machine. You may not know how to play a guitar or whatever. But you can make a record. Like you can get the goals. You can be a beat maker. You can be a beat maker, but you may not play an instrument. You may have a beat machine, but you like the kid was saying, you may be a good programmer of of the machine and or whatever. But being a musician takes a higher level, in my mind, takes a higher level of skill at whatever instrument you're playing. And those instruments I don't think those instruments are traditional anymore. I don't think I used to think if I used to tell people all the time when I was growing up and I was like a kid or whatever, or even as an adult too, when you tell older people, yeah, I'm a producer, I make music. And the next question normally be like, oh, what instrument do you play?
Yeah.
And I used to be stoned, but I used to be like, shit, I don't play any instruments, you know what I mean? I don't. And I always, old people just get their look to me like, you know.
You ain't no musician, boy.
Yeah, and so that always used to, make me feel bad. I was like, I used to always feel like, man, I need to figure out how to play an instrument. And that's a big part of when in middle school what got me into playing drums and stuff like that, just to have an instrument or whatever. But now I feel like the era we're living in, like guitars, those traditional instruments are the ones. Now you can add in a beat machine. You can't add in like these are real instruments now. I'm taking these just on the road.
Right. I mean, you're doing whole shows.
Yeah,
you know.
and you know what I'm saying, and even to I'm using sticks with me, like that joint is a real it's a real instrument. And so I think it's how you use your tool that makes it an instrument. I don't think an MPC in itself is an instrument. I feel like you have to activate.
It's the person on it.
You have to, or whatever you're doing. Now, I don't. That's not MPC specifically. If you got something like, like I don't know why you would, but if you got something like Ableton or something like a push or whatever the fuck that shit called. If you got one of them type of shits, and you proficient at it, like I be seeing people that's really cold with the what's that shit called? The push and they be like playing I done seen people at church services playing guitar, whatever. Like that is an instrument now. But if you like kid and you just be fucking around and then it might just be like a tool, like a machine. You know what I mean to you. So I think, but I think those are multiple layers of what can make you. And I think if you go further, what makes you great or what gives you a tier is when you can do multiple of those things. But that's what I look at when I look at my favorite producers, and then I try to tier them like, yeah, who better than who? And then I'm looking at what all are you doing, and that's what.
Yeah, I think it is. It is wild when you think about it. Like making music, and you don't have to be a musician. Like I can't understand why the other folks would be like, that ain't real music. Because just the idea in itself, like you're making music, but you don't play any instruments. It's like, bro, what?
Yeah, and that's really how I think of it. Like I feel like that's an argument. Like that's just how I see it. But I wouldn't. I don't know if I could argue to like if a nigga say I don't know how to play an instrument, but I am a musician and he play me some crazy shit. Like okay, nigga, like I don't. That's just that's the way I see it. I don't know if that's like a fact or fiction kind of thing. That might be a perspective. Maybe we can look up the definition of musician and get real technical and see. But
yeah, I feel like, man, okay, so I think largely, and we was kind of talking about this ahead of time, I largely agree with everything C Major said. But
obviously, bro.
The things I don't agree with is just that, like, you know what I mean? I think he just is really wishing he could play the push with some proficiency. You know what I mean?
Why the fuck would I want to play a push? That's crazy.
It's a hard instrument, you know what I mean?
Push is that's a Diddy ass thing. Damn, I should call it MPC.
Bruh, that sound like the Texas instrument jet. You know what
I mean? We do have a calculator.
But just for the sake of like, discussion, like a fair discussion around that, what do you call a person? Like, is it just songwriter? Because I think the last thing you said is just like a really good nuance that, like, I feel like we need to be able to define it. Because is a musician, like, okay, if you are like Mozart, who would compose all this stuff in their head.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
And then write it down.
I do. Never mind, go ahead. I just had a revelation.
But he couldn't play piano.
You're
he
a
could
composer.
just only write that joint.
There's a name for you. That's what I'm saying. There's a name for everything. So musician, I stand on. Like if you're musician comes with a level of skill and playing an instrument.
Yeah, specific. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's
So niggas just need to be calling themselves composers.
Yeah, you niggas, and that's cool. I feel like where the issue is now that I'm thinking about it, is people diminish other jumps. Yeah, and that's the issue.
Musicians are well, maybe just musicians are just expanded to too much. Because I mean, the main thing to me is that, like, I feel like if you are a musician, that don't really mean you got ideas, right?
Yeah.
Like, there's literally people who play their instrument and they just can play other songs really well. Like, they never, like, made anything up before. You know what I mean? And I feel like we throw a lot of other skills in with musicianships as if they're implied, like the ability to improvise. Right? People think that in order to be that all musicians can just make up something that sounds good musically on the spot because they're proficient at their instrument. But that's a different skill. I'm a good improviser. You know what I mean? I'm a good composer or songwriter or, you know what I mean? It's, all of those things I feel like are just a junk. I think that's why Apple Music be demanding so many different credits.
Yeah, so everybody get their proper situation.
You know what I mean? So yeah, I don't think being a producer automatically makes you a musician, just in the way that we're defining it. I think though we do maybe underutilize composer a little bit, that term, or songwriter, because I feel like that's a lot of what we think of when we think of producers. Is programming, composing, and songwriting. But because it's on the instrumental side, like we don't really associate it with those terms because those terms kind of go with like other genres, specifically songwriting and composing. See, I don't know. I don't know if I say being a musician makes you a producer. I mean, well, that, but being a producer makes you a musician.
None of those. What does that mean? Non-exclusive. None of those automatically get you. Like you have, those are specific junts, bro. And
are there any overlapping junts? Like, if you are a drum programmer, are you also a composer?
I mean, you're a musician, and so if you're a drum programmer, you're basically a drummer. You're a musician. Now that gets into what you.
But what if?
Okay. So.
If you're just never mind.
So being a musician would include like clicking in the grid.
Never mind. Yeah. Well, I'm thinking of a different. I'm thinking of actually playing. Drum clicking is that's a beat maker, I feel like, tool. Well, I'm thinking of playing.
I'm thinking MIDI editing.
Yeah, MIDI. Yeah, that's a different thing. But that's a beat maker, in my opinion.
Would you still be considered a composer on that joint? If you're just, you're clicking everything in.
Right, beat makers are composers, right?
Yeah.
I'm trying to see if there's overlap in all the terms, in any of the terms, or are they all literally exclusive?
No, I think, if you're a beat maker.
I would feel, the biggest one to me is songwriting. Like, I'm super of the camp of like, if you wrote the instrumental, you wrote
the song.
The song. You are a songwriter on the song. I'm very much on that camp. At least when it comes to like legality, you know what I'm saying, and all the junts. I think culturally I can understand of like, if me and Pro do a junt, like he wrote the lyrics. So I would, just for the sake of ease of conversation, I would be like, oh yeah, he wrote the song. But on paper, we wrote the song. You know what I mean? Yeah. That's how I see it.
When it comes to that bag, we did that.
I just think this, I think to me, that's like what that means. Phantom said, if you are creating music, regardless of the medium, does that not make you a musician?
Yeah, see, that's where I don't think that automatically makes you a musician. Creating music doesn't make you a musician. Musician comes with a level of skill and proficiency in an instrument, in my opinion. Yeah. I don't think that's an opinion. I think that might be a fact. I don't know what the definition of musician is, but that's
how I think that's the conclusion we came to, is that musician means you play music on an instrument.
Yeah.
Now, what the instrument is.
Yeah, that's where there's a little. Yeah. What defines an instrument?
Right, because I feel like that's changed now.
Yeah, I think that's what's been expanded, but like I think it's a singular device that allows you to play music live.
Yeah, and so I guess they both like. You can you can enact being a musician on an unconventional instrument.
Yeah,
Right.
I agree with that.
Meaning like buckets can be an instrument.
Yeah.
Facts. I've seen it.
You know what I mean? Whereas we might have normally said a snare drum.
Yeah, and so musician lies in the skill, in the act of playing.
Yeah. And I think what we're saying is that starts to maybe differentiate if you
Which
are editing music
yeah,
together.
Yeah.
Like I don't know. I think we're at least right now, you know what I'm saying? If you could maybe convince us. I think where we're landing sort of right now is that editing is different than like playing, right? And
so
I
as
think
long as you're playing, no matter the instrument, like even if you're, I just go back to before I had like a MIDI controller and I'm playing chords on my keyboard.
yeah, I feel like it has to include like coordination of multiple parts of your human body, right? So I include that with singers.
Yeah,
But
yeah. That's if you're using your mouth.
yeah, there are there's like mechanical skills that you have to. It's an AO.
My bad, Phantom. I'm tripping.
There's like mechanical skills. Like if you're in front of the MPC, like you have to train your rhythm, train your coordination, right? Memorize what sounds are where, like figure out positioning to be able to make something musical in real time and record it. I feel like that is totally different than hearing what you want to do and being able to play sounds on a grid to make it sound like how you want it to sound. To me, that is equivalent of somebody who hears a piece of music and writes it down on sheet music on staff paper. That doesn't mean that they can play the piano to create the music in an audible fashion. If that makes sense?
So are we saying if you don't have any extremities, you can't be a musician?
You can sing.
Okay. But that's all you get.
I think you might have been a former musician if you lost something, unfortunately. I think you can sing though. That's like a jump. You know what I mean? You know what I mean?
Now I done seen
until they make the think to music.
Well, you know, they got that's what I mean. That's what I was saying, using your mouth instead of like a vocal, because they have instruments that you can, with MIDI and stuff like that, you can 100% just like
blow into.
You can use your mouth,
bro. You can get the kazoo. The kazoo is like the most simple jump.
Yeah, or you can get like one of them high-tech MIDI jumps that you can, use your mouth and make drum sounds or whatever. And I think that would classify you as a musician.
Yeah, like a beatboxer. You know what I'm saying? Like that takes the development of all types of junts having to work together. Rhythm, sound, control, breath. You know what I mean? Like, I think I'm classifying the musician as a person who's using all those different motor skills at once to make music. And you might involve like some external things, but like it's a real time playing.
What if all you do, like all of your beats or whatever, is samples? Would you consider it?
Man.
I mean, what is the final jump?
Well, how are you using those samples? Or how are you playing those samples? I think, yeah, bro. Like either you're composing, you're putting them together, you're whatever, or everything we use in the samples, like, or you're just like literally.
Yeah, what if I'm live and I'm just?
If you chopping the sample, like again, that's for it to be, that's I gotta coordinate my timing and play. Like just the same way as I gotta.
Yeah, at these Sunday service jams where he just got an ASR and he's a music, he's in a band, he's a musician. Like that is musicianship.
Now I do think that can get stretched. I think one of the ones that is a DJ
is a musician.
That I was just about to say, is a DJ a musician, and I would say so, because the way you manipulate, like it's a real time motor skill, rhythm, like
turntables are instrument.
Yeah, bro. Like so the instrument I don't know. That's pretty expansive, right? And then you can get specific, just like a DJ is a musician, like the same way a guitarist is a musician, a singer is a musician, a tap dancer is a musician.
So do you think you have to be able to play at a certain level to be considered a musician?
Yeah, in my mind, that is, yeah, it's a level of skill for sure. Like I feel like musicianship comes with like a badge almost.
I am not sure yet because we have terms for different levels of skill, like an amateur musician or a beginner musician. You know what I mean? Like, you know, as soon as I learned, you know, hot cross buns on a recorder at 10 years old, was I a musician? I don't know. You know what I mean? Like, I guess I would say so. You know what I mean? You know.
Yeah. Nah, you
like
just a hobbyist, bro.
When you sing "Twinkle Twinkle Little Stars" at 3, are you at 3 years old? Are you a musician?
That's what I'm saying. I feel like nah. I feel like
you're an amateur musician.
Nah, bro. Not even it. Nah.
I mean, so what's the
Yeah, well, like, what do you have to be able to do to be considered?
I don't know.
Because what if you're great at playing one piece that you just memorized?
You a musician, bro. Like I don't know, bro. I don't know what nigga gotta take a test or some shit like that, but like you might just do this, but are you a musician? Like, all right.
I think you could be a bad musician.
Nah, nigga. I don't know. I guess you could be a bad.
What's the opening? What's the...
Like, I feel like you can just do some shit and not be that. You know what I mean? But when you... I don't know. I can't explain this shit. Like, you can...
I know what you're trying to say, but I feel like the line is so non-defined that I don't know if I could say it actually exists until we can, like, define it.
Bruh, we had MySpace. But niggas weren't coders, though. You know what I mean? Like, niggas don't do that. You feel me? Nigga, I wouldn't go say I'm a motherfucking... That's a joke niggas be saying that we was, but nigga ain't finna go to a job and be like, yeah, this my MySpace page. Can I go...
But niggas got jobs absolutely saying that, though.
That's what I'm saying. Some people probably did.
Bruh,
like,
no, nigga ain't got no...
Bruh, you ain't never finessed no resume, John? Come on, bruh. Niggas do that all the time. Be like, oh, no, I got experience with coding.
Yeah, I know, but you didn't say, nigga, this is my MySpace page. I'm saying that doesn't make you... You had to finesse to say that I was this. Okay. Which means you are not that.
But if you get hired and you're getting paid as a coder...
That don't make you that. You can get hired as a musician and not be a musician. You can get hired to play an instrument and not be good at the joint.
Okay, so you got to be good to be a musician. Is that what you're saying?
Yes.
Okay. I disagree with that. I disagree with that. I think there's different levels of skill. And it's, especially with something like music, it's too subjective. Phantom said, of course, there's a difference in playing music and being a musician. It's a gray area. Yeah, I don't know. I really do emotionally feel what you're saying, but...
A bad musician, I get that. Like, nigga really don't even say bad musician. Nigga just bad. Nigga just be bad.
I feel like niggas be bad engineers. Niggas be bad producers.
Be engineers,
like, but they don't. Yeah, but that don't. Are you good? You can't. Bro, I can see it, but I can't say it. Like, you gotta say engineer because he's acting that role.
Right.
So that's just it.
I think that's what
but he's not that though. He
not good at it. He got some work to do. But he's not an engineer. Because you got slow runners. How fast you got to run to be considered a runner? How long you got to run to be considered a runner?
Yeah. Yeah, a nigga can run, but is a nigga a runner, bro? You know what I'm saying?
What if it wasn't skill? What if it was just like time spent doing the thing? Like, what if you suck, but you play every day?
Bro, that's impossible, bro.
That is not impossible. And you know, bro.
Some people might have a...
Nigga, that's impossible, bro. What have you done 10,000 hours that you're not good at?
Have you ever... Okay.
That's impossible, bro. You lying, bro.
Fam, but you could spend... If you spend 1,000 hours doing it. I mean, like, that's what I'm saying. Like, what's the level? Is it time spent? Is it just
I don't think it's
Time
proficient?
spent
So,
gonna
okay.
show in the skill.
I don't know.
Okay. All right, so that means you a musician if you just have a talent for learning stuff.
Right, because
Meaning like,
you learn.
if you learn how to play
What?
Okay, let's say we need to. All three of us got to learn how to play. Let's say we had never touched a piano before, right? All of us got to learn how to play "Happy Birthday." Somebody gonna show us, and then we teach it. I got talent, and I play that junk right after watching somebody play it. I kill that junk. You got to practice for a week. He got to practice for a couple weeks. Am I a musician because I killed that junk right away, and I'm good at playing that song?
Yeah.
Bruh,
But
come on.
I think, like you said, I don't think it's necessarily time because
And you not a musician because you needed to practice more.
right, because that's what I'm saying. If you learn quicker,
We both ain't never played piano before this moment. I just picked it up faster, so I'm a musician and you not.
it just took you longer to get there.
It took me
So I don't think we can use time as a judgment.
But I don't know if I can. I
But
don't know if I could say that I use skill, like how good you are either, to define musician or
you
not.
can though. You just got the skill. So yes, nigga. You are.
I may have a.
I'm working to be that, and I gotta work harder to be that.
But
Okay,
it could just be he's just good at learning. He knows how to learn.
that's what I'm saying. I don't like. All right, so then what if? Okay, all right then. How about this then? Cause I feel like the logic don't hold up, bruh. I play Happy Birthday real good, right? Now but it's a class. We gotta learn another song. Okay, so now this second jump, you pick it up faster than me, and I'm struggling.
So yeah, now it's a consistent skill, bruh.
So now I'm no longer a musician because I suck on this song.
Musicianship is a consistent skill.
Okay, so what
It's
you were
a
saying?
consistent
so
proficiency.
so do you need to go back at? Then I wasn't a musician because I got that jump on the first try and it took you longer. If it's not consistent, that was just that was a fluke.
Okay, yeah.
Okay, so what I'm trying to say is like, all right, so now it is, so it's time. So you got to be good. You got to be good for how long?
Yeah, it's a
Like-
consistent.
Like that's what I'm
But
saying,
as I said,
bro.
if the
Like
next go around he isn't good and it takes him longer.
there's no standards for that. That's why I feel like if you do the thing, you are the thing. You could just suck.
Yeah.
I feel like we work with
I don't know.
if you record songs, are you a recording artist? And I would say yes, but you could be a terrible recording artist who
So-
do that jump consistently. I feel like we know people who have put out mad projects who are not great recorders.
So is it the moment you start the act where you become?
That's what I'm
deemed
saying,
as
bruh.
the
Like,
thing?
it gotta be some type
There's
of
got like a
threshold.
threshold.
Nigga can't
There's
just say,
some- there
nigga
is-
can't just do this. I can't just be, I don't know, bro. I can't just
I
pick
think
up.
there is something there. I just can't define what that is. And
That's what I'm
therefore,
saying.
I feel like
You just know,
I feel like I'm being a little too harsh. And I just
Nah,
have to
bro,
use.
you want
I have
some-
to use extra descriptors.
You want some everybody get a trophy type shit.
No,
bro.
I'm
Like,
not. I'm not. I'm saying you suck.
And you not it. You not.
No,
it's,
I
it's
don't
worse than
think-
you suck. You not that.
I feel like
You're not that guy, buddy.
Bruh, I feel like you could be a terrible writer, but you could write. Bruh, I have mad drawings.
That don't
I
make you
got
an
more-
artist. You're not a drawer.
I got more drawings than most niggas. You know what I'm saying? Like I ain't put it, but I still suck.
And you're not a drawer.
I'm just a terrible
But he-
That's
artist.
a hobby.
But he putting the time
I'm
into
a
it, though.
terrible artist.
But that's like it's time and
Bruh,
So progress matters.
you could be
to determine?
a hobbyist musician.
all right, bro.
Bruh, there's niggas who are colder than than people who get paid to do this professionally, who do it as a hobby. I don't know if that's like I feel like hobby is more delineation of like career versus not to me.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But because I mean, there's hobbyist rock climbing niggas that do that shit every day and have been doing it for years.
Yeah.
And then there's like
That's not their
professionals.
job title.
Then there's professionals. You know what I'm saying? I feel like you could do something for a long time and never become a professional because it's more so like how you practice. You know, it's like people who peak, you know what I'm saying? Like hoopers, you know what I'm saying? Like they've hooped and got proficient at a very specific thing. And so they like cap themselves. So they hoopers, but they can't be professionals because they don't know how to practice and grow past like where they
A
stop.
professional is like indicates you got paid for your work or
Yeah, but that's
that
what we
type
were
of
just saying.
situation.
If you got paid to be an engineer, but you suck at engineering, are you considered an engineer?
I think what I'm really saying is there's inconsistencies in like
We need a rule book.
yeah,
we need to make the rules,
we
bro.
need to make the
You need to
rules.
make it.
It's Wild Wild West out here. Y'all remember that Jay-Z? Never mind.
I feel like you need it. I mean, you can do it. Like you can make a proficiency test. You know what I'm saying? Education do it. You stupid unless you can pass these classes. Now I don't know if we agree with them jets, but we do have proficiencies. Like, hey, you are unintelligent. You're not smart if you don't graduate.
What I'm saying is a nigga can't pick up a piano tomorrow that ain't never seen one and hit a key and be like, all right, I'm a musician now. That's what I'm saying. It's a level of skill and proficiency and time put in. Obviously, time is gonna show
Right.
that has to be had for a nigga to say that they're a musician. It should be. Nigga can say whatever they want to be. Niggas can call themselves whatever.
Yeah. I think what we're trying to figure out is what level. I mean, because then I think that kind of like when we aren't able to say that, then it's kind of like shooting our previous arguments down, cause niggas can play multiple songs. Well, bruh, it's niggas that can play one song really good because that's all they practiced.
And that's what I'm
You know
saying.
what
Does
I'm
that
saying?
make them?
But that don't make you a musician.
But if you see him for the first time and he cold as hell,
You might think he is because he coded that, but that don't make him.
So how many songs you got to be able to
I
play?
don't know, nigga. Some.
So you gotta dabble in it.
Nigga can play 2 songs great.
I don't know, bro.
Great,
I
nigga.
don't know. I don't give a fuck, bro. Whatever you want to call yourself, go do that. I know what I'm doing.
Bro, what's the level of being a musician? You know what I mean? Let us know. You know what I mean?
Apparently
Like when you pick up the MPC sample and you start playing that junk, you know what I'm saying? Like, are you a beat maker because you made some beats?
Are you?
I don't know what to know, bro. You got all the animosity today, bro.
Who, me?
Yeah, bro.
I ain't got no.
Hey, nobody a beat maker. Nobody a singer. Nobody a
whatever
musician.
y'all want to call
None of y'all is
yourselves,
musicians,
bro. I ain't
bro.
trying to. I ain't police over none of this
Just
shit.
because you took lessons and learned how to play the guitar don't mean you a musician
Yeah, you good.
at all.
But nah, bro. On this MPC sample, bro, like I think it's not even. I guess what is making it like. Why is it trending? What's making it the thing? Bro. Outside of being a new device, outside of being MPC, like it's something to it. That's like
it's a budget. That's what's to it.
That's what it is.
It's a budget, bro.
Yeah.
It's a budget. They made sure. I have not seen one, bruh. First of all, shout out to me and my algorithm went to counseling. And we have Slick, you know what I'm saying, been on good terms. So a lot of my feeds be all of these
bro,
dudes,
good
bro.
musicians and
Bruh, I follow a lot of them. I have not seen one person I follow who be on like producer content making that did not have one of them junts on day one.
Yeah, bro.
They seeded everybody with them junts, bruh. I feel like that's the thing. Like they killed it.
Yeah, it's that paired with that joint is budget friendly as well, and so most niggas can just see it and impulse buy. It's not a $2,000 investment of 15. It's a 300 or 400. However many. I think it's 300. It's 400.
Yeah.
Which to me that's a lot, a lot of money. But to most niggas doing is and even to me like. In this world, that is not a lot of money at all.
And it's price-wise, it's comparable to the other everybody got this junk, which is the SP404, which is about $400. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, not much was competing with the SP404 because of what you could do at that price range. And, like, this is, like, the new portable, small, what you could do at that price range type junk, bro. So I really think it's just the budget.
Yeah.
It's got everybody... like locked in.
Yeah. There's just like the big red boots, like when y'all ain't streetwear, but y'all done seen them big ass.
Who is that?
I don't know what the anime is.
Boy.
Astro Boy, yeah. Yeah, when you saw them big ass red boots everywhere, like this is they definitely following that method of branding, and then there's rolling into the fact that a nigga can see everybody with it and be like, oh, I want one, let me
Bruh.
copy. And I actually think it's a good tool too. I think it's for what it is, and for I haven't messed with one, I haven't played with one, but what I've been seeing people doing with them joints, and you know the ability to just have a portable section of your MPC, which is literally what it is. It's just like one. It's just if you cut the XL down the middle, like there's you know, and so the jump fit in your bag. Like it looks like it's really clean and good for what it does in a world where niggas is moving crazy. You gotta be, you know, so you gotta be at some level of portable, or you at least want to be, and so.
Yeah. Phantom said this is the MacBook Neo of MPCs. What's the MacBook Neo?
I'm not familiar with the Neo.
I think that's a small thin joint. Well, no, that's the Air. Right?
But
the Neo only.
Bro, this phone is listening, bro.
It came right there.
Yeah. I ain't never. Oh, it just released this year.
Oh yeah, that's the college. Yeah, I'm about to get Jake one of those. Actually, you're right. It is. It's the little college laptop. They said it's like a little, or it was branded as, you know, for college people, and it's like a little cheaper situation. Yeah, I didn't know that's what it was called though.
Yeah. But yeah, now I'm in like a couple producer group chat joints on Instagram, and it's exactly what you were saying, C Major, in terms of the FOMO, because folks posting their videos. And it's just so many people like, dang, y'all making me want to get one. Yeah. And then they show the Sweetwater receipt.
Yeah, like, yeah, because it's an easy cop, bro. Even if it, you know, and it obviously, I feel like the test of the, you know, the time gonna tell the test, but niggas getting these jets and really fucking with it. So it obviously has to be some, at least right now, it has to be some sort of good product to it as well.
Yeah, it's got some good quality. I saw that I was watching John Makes Beats channel. Which if y'all haven't like consumed any of his content, any of you producers, like, man, he's great. He's almost like the Bob Ross to me of making beats. He just, I don't know, the way he presents everything is just dope. But he did like a video of him like using it, and I think he's got several videos, but like one of his first ones, and something he said was, it's like, I mean, because the closest comparison is the SP404. And he was saying the SP404 is like an effects processor that you can make beats on. And the MPC sample is like something you make beats on that you can also happen to process effects with. So like the comparison is that, like, I don't think that the SP404 is probably still better on effects, but
these niggas really making
beats it's easier to make beats. And I think people will appreciate, because I feel like a lot of people make beats. People make beats on SP404, but I feel like most people who use SP404 are probably making beats on something else and performing it, running it through the SP404. Yeah. And I think, I was gonna say, I think it's about to be like people gonna make beats on that joint and be cool with the sacrifices that you may have on the power of the effects.
Where MPC will always, you know, win, in my opinion, is those pads, bro. Like the pad structure of the 404, to me, I've never messed with one, and so I don't even know how they work or really for real. But the way the pads feel, it just doesn't seem like something I would really enjoy making beats on. But MPC pads, I don't know nobody who don't just, you know, even if you don't make music, but especially if you're a producer, you've been in this. Them pads is the ones, like, you need them square.
Akai pads feel great. Yeah. Even on like their MIDI controllers. Yeah. They feel good. Like that MPK joint. I still have it. I just feel like it stopped working. Need to try to get that joint fixed. It's a good keyboard. Yeah, bro. So yeah, it was cool though, cause like I know it's got like a gross beat type effects processing joint, like almost like a shaper box, you know, type of joint. So you could do all kind of stuff, and I think the effects that they have will be perfectly suitable for most of the ways producers perform these days. So I really feel like it's gonna be a good joint.
I think it's something to say to them about not just the marketing, but like the fact, because This is their third drop this year, isn't it?
Yeah. Well, yeah. The
Yeah,
Live 3
all
dropped
this
this
dropped-
year.
yeah.
The Live 3 dropped last year.
Was
I
it
feel
last year? I
like.
thought it was
It might have been this year. I can't remember, but to be honest. But they're three very recent drops.
Right.
Yeah,
Mm.
I feel like it was last year, but yeah, it was. Yeah, they on a run, bruh.
Yeah, and I think it's just how like they find ways to make it's basically like a tiered version of their
Yeah.
products.
I ain't gonna lie. I would need Mad here to like super verify this, but I know we've had conversations about this too. But like, even slightly before the Live 3 too, but the way that their marketing just shifted to really fuck with who fuck with them has been a big part of this. Like, for the longest, me and Mad would watch videos of niggas using the MPC, and they still talking about like step sequencers, trying to make it like a dance, a really electronic type of
Like they're
instrument.
trying to reach everyone.
Yeah, but now that it feels like they've locked in on who fucks with them, which is hip hop.
Yeah,
and
for sure.
and
I see
these last 3 drops, the videos, the marketing, the people who have these joints seeded or whatever have all been. We got A-Rab, we got Jay Black, we got that song. Like all of these people that people follow and look to for Pete Rock. Like all of these people are the people who in my feed are the forefront of leading this joint, and that's who it should be. I think that plays a huge part in it, and I don't know if they have a long history of doing that. From my history of being with MPC, when I started, it was not that. It was niggas was still buying. just Blaze would go out and cop jumps where niggas should be begging him to.
Yeah, I mean, Matt, when we was talking about it, he made a good point, which is that like them joints are $4,000, so you can't send too many of them.
Yeah, true. Yeah, very true. Very true.
Can't send too many.
Very
Like
true.
they ain't no way they could do what they did for the
Yeah.
for the XL.
That would be. That is very true. That's very true.
That's like $1 million.
That's very true. Even if you're not
Maybe
sending
not.
junks out, like even now, like their page, if you go to their stories now, it's like I can't remember it really being like that like 4 or 5 years ago, where you go through their stories and it's like all hip hop producers,
Right.
around just making chopping samples and shit like that. I used to very much be like that type, which no disrespect to that, but
I think. Well, I don't know. I don't know. I'm just making like a guess, just based off of just general like what I've seen, but. I do be seeing like them type of dudes be using like MPCs, and a lot of these junts, they just don't be in America. They be very like specifically European markets, like UK type dudes. You know what I mean? All of that stuff, and and maybe there was one point where that was a larger, what do you call it, like customer base or like buying customer base. So maybe there was
maybe the numbers reflected that.
Yeah, but as soon as when they got back to like hip hop and like those types of dudes, so yeah, but yeah, bro, like I'm really rocking with the sample. It made me, like I think the other comparison would be just like the move, and I feel like this is definitely like a response. You know what I'm saying, to like that like portable
I wouldn't
portable
say a response.
It really is, you know what I mean? It's
Nigga,
okay.
nigga,
But
not-
they did a
the
good
move
job.
ain't
man.
make no
You know what I'm
noise.
saying?
Nigga, do you know what the move is?
do not.
Come on, nigga, that shit ain't make no noise. I had to think about what you were talking about but yeah, go ahead, finish up.
It was still a response. It did, you know what I'm saying, it did well. But like the difference between Ableton is they rock with Ableton. They not, I don't know if they trying to like
They can't.
get
It's-
everybody, you know what I'm saying? Like,
It's that they can't, and then they go niche. That's what you do when you can't. You go
you
niche.
go niche. All right, so you just like going pop, you know what I'm saying? They go with like, you know what I'm saying, you're like the major label, we're like the independent label type joint.
I don't even know if y'all independent label.
Nah,
know
Ableton
what
is
the fuck y'all on,
Ableton
bruh.
is a joint. I think, you know what I'm saying, like I wouldn't be surprised if Ableton owns Akai these days because they keep making all y'all projects to all y'all jumps. Y'all don't even got software yet. You know what I'm saying? To go with the hardware. You know what I
Our
mean?
software lit now.
No, it's
bro,
not.
don't do that,
It's still,
bro.
it's still
Don't
in
do
beta.
that,
Should I pull
bruh.
it up? Hold on.
Come on, bro.
It's open on this.
That's
joint.
2. We get
That's a beta build.
we lit,
Y'all
bruh.
done dropped multiple
We-
MPCs.
Our software lit, bro.
Still can't arrange
We-
that joint in. I don't know.
It's a
I don't
work
know.
in progress,
Just
nigga.
throw that in Ableton,
We
I
lit.
guess. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Yeah, I don't know who did MPE first. I don't know.
Y'all niggas gotta have the software.
You know what I'm saying?
We
Who
lit.
did the audio over USB jet? It's definitely the move. You know what I mean? I don't know. You know what I'm
We
saying?
had that
They
shit
killing
in
it
the
though.
live.
Akai is killing it. You know what I mean? And it's exciting because it makes everybody get better. You know what I mean? So yeah, shout out. But yeah, no, the MPC sample is dope. I was thinking like that's one of them jumps that you just cop and you just got it just in case you might like it. All right, the camera's about to go in 3, 2, 1.
And it has been.
Yeah, I think we might as well just wrap it up at this point.
Cameron said, "Shut the fuck up." Y'all niggas is not
we
musicians.
started a little late, so we went a little over just to
Y'all
kind of make up.
niggas is not musicians. Shut up.
Right. We not streamers.
yeah. Nah, we been doing this for a minute now.
We gotta put the time in.
Come on, bro.
Right. So how long is?
I don't know,
when
bro.
When did we become streamers,
bro? I don't know, bro. You gotta ask Kai tonight.
All right. Well, that has been another episode of Type Beat, y'all. And you can't see us, but you know, we are at our outer space, an unapologetic studio, and behind me is the cast.
LJ1S.
C major.
I forgot to say I'm Kid Maestro.
I was just gonna say. I'm say
Shout out to Matt. We miss you, bro.
Yeah, bro.
Always.
Love you, bro.
And yeah, goodbye.
Bitch, are you jealous?
Oh shit. Here we go again.
Bitch, are you jealous?
Oh shit. Here we go again. Oh shit, here we go again.
Bitch, are you jealous?
Oh shit, here we go again.
Bitch, are you jealous?
Oh shit, here we go again.
Bitch, are you jealous?
Oh shit, here we go again.
Bitch, are you jealous?
Oh shit, here we go again.
Bitch, are you jealous?
Oh shit, here we go again.
Bitch, are you jealous?
Oh shit, here we go again.
Bitch, are you jealous?
Oh shit, here we go again.